Previously on Lost in Random. Even is able to roll a 3, has arrived in Freedom, and found out that one of her friends has become a fugitive. So quite eventful. Let's see what insanity awaits even in this part of Random.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
So every time the die rolls, one of those giant mechs move.
Find them! Let none who attack the king, let none of them, where was I?
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Bah! Call me crazy! I've got half a mind to...
Oi, looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I've got cards, though. Oh, hello. You've made it to 3-Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? You did. I saw you there, too. But now we're both here. And that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Well, he's able to get to other places before Even has access to it.
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger!
Want deze als een voelde borg. Deilele. Kees doi dof. Toortel voor. Tel. Hij gets deze dof. Bla. Toortel voor. Dof. Bo. Vanje. De. Hurel. Boyra. Der doelke. Top. Top. Nee. Voltje. As the hier. Hier belt de. Boyra. Hier. Volte. As belt de hier. Nee. Vanje. Der doelke. Bo.
Yes, a war zone was no place for most children. But Even suspected she could carve out a place for her there, with her dice by her side.
Bah! Call me crazy! I've got half a mind to... what was I talking about? Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to...
Fascinating, fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Oh, what fun! Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west, the soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north, and the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Find them! Let none who attack the king, let none of them, where was I?
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
I have the suspicion that all three are being manipulated.
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger! We have to... Find them! Let none who attack the king... let none of... The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark, too.
I think he's got bigger problems than being a fugitive from Sixtopia. Well, he was heading there before he was able to somehow get off the spider gondola.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't rightly say, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Well,
Come on, Dicey, let's
if
go!
this Shadow Man was responsible for making things a little darker around here, though only temporarily, should attract his attention.
Are you the Shadow Man?
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' War to end. Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out,
or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Leather all round? Seriously?
The king! The king! We need to... Who goes there? Assassins! Save him! Save the king before... I forget.
That poor woman, completely mad. Have you seen Nishka?
You'll never take me alive!
That poor woman, completely mad.
Who's there? Tell me now, or I'll... You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. What's that you say? The king was murdered! Oh, whoa! I was supposed to protect him, I was. Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
I know what it is. It's a way of moving forward.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
It's clear this used to be nicer than Two Town. Before their civil war erupted.
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. The Nanny Fortuna, of course. When you're this good, it'd be a crime not to share your skills with the world. Literally. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
Someone has entered your castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
Yeah, paranoia certainly rules this part of freedom.
Now there's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. And I got good news for you.
The Count? I love that guy. Finally! Someone speaking sense around here. There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super
super normal to go even crazier because your imaginary friend Shmoo is missing. It's the Count's friend that has recently gone missing, but any political leader would completely lose their mind about that. It's normal. He's normal. I'm normal. We're normal. Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring against him, which again, it's great. Can't wait until the Queen rolls her dice and it's our time to fight and maybe die for him again. It's so great and normal.
Stay back! You won't take me alive! You won't take me dead either!
Well, that's a new one. The ability to control the flow of the robots.
I'm warning you! I'm a coward! Consequences for murdering me! Bad ones! Really, really bad ones!
Well, she has no reason to do so. In fact, she's here for answers.
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Want to murder me? Ha! What do you know about victory? Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle every day in my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What do I need? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken Colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, good. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... You know what? Sure, you can have it. It's creepy anyway. It's a black pinky taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid duck, too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Nishka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in freedom.
Bold of you to be just running around here. The 3 robots out there always just destroying things. They don't care for our kind, you know. They'll step on you as easily as we step on ants. The war, it's killing this city. It's killing us. And I don't know how to fix it.
Keino dagimnat malmni kneinast dasn dakapoine. Narmene Nein, knenast. Rak, oge, oge. Dagimnat, gau, das Teig, Malamne, Gamnarf, Horgo, Malaha, Walk the gay, Dagmel, Dagnema, Norego, Dagmaninga, Gone, Dag, no, Giminaha, Okergo, Kersnehena. Okos kemenena. Kes kemana hena. Kokos kena. Hena. Kerta keso. Toka marai. Kaikemalikka moene. Na haina. Norne hame. Kas korahane. Hena la kone. Koske. Hena. Norne hame. Na haina. Toka marai. Kas kena. Kaikemalikka keso. Kamoene. Dog, Gamnarf, Dog, Narmene, Hana, Gorkash, Rak, Orge, Nanga, Nosnik, Gau, Kano.
Well, Ethan has other things to look into besides what the count needs. To do that, another die roll is needed.
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Cards here. I literally cannot advertise for a fat card than I already am.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you, I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, even.
Okay, so far we've gone from Spanish conquistador to the trenches of the First World War. What's next? Yeah, might as well see how the Duke is doing. See what problem he has. And thankfully, they're all such bad shots around here.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
I'm having a ball. Simply a great time.
Great, now we have Britain's worst monarch, George IV.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here, and those that come tend to be unable to leave until the party ends. Which, of course, it never does. Have you tried the cake?
Bye there, bye there. Bye Thomas. Oi, so bad, so bank. Lay there. I don't know. I say that. Bye guy. Oh boy, I there. Inside the ball.
Och nå nej, går det med nej, då är det med alla ratskal nej. Så kan det nej. Oota, snälla min. Tuikat näihrna ho. Tole, toki nämä lorne kana. Teine häirne. Akete, mormanan. Tikku, remeneinä noi. Toine, oketo men heillä. Aanike, tänä snaki. Toket kapgo keneha. Saakit nonne. Saakap karbno. Mot kanem monini. Saake mun häirho. Orkei monohana. Saakap tähneine. Aanike, tänä snaki. Tikku, remeneinä noi. Ono nei. Tuikat näihrna ho. Akete, mormanan. Ratskal nainen. Toine, saake mun häirho. Toide menala. Toki nämä lorne kana. Mot kanem monini. Oketo men heillä. Går med näin. Teine häirne. Saakap karbno. Saakit nonne. Oota, snälla min. Toket kapgo keneha. Tole, orkei monohana. Tikku, remeneinä noi. Ono nei, saakap tähneine. Saake mun häirho.
Därför, blä, vad läser som tält av dig, vad du You may approach. No. This simply will not do. That is not how you greet a duke, child. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Well, I never.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child.
Dokets go keneha. Dole. Sakit nonne. Toine. Tseko menehaine. Ona manhenk. Aksk mona. Take nas mena. Ogets gaket mehane. Otska moima. Pakis hele kwana. Mokaska monika njena. Kuska menhainkas njena. Tofko, mene kallen, tuika neihna ho, okato men hela. Kore menaine. Aanike, tänä snaki. Kore keimonohana. Teine heilne. Mootkaane monini. Tukinemo lorne kana. Oota, snennalmiin. Takap karbno, toire menala. Akite, mormanane. Raatskalainen.
Well, now that we've got that taken care of, next is learning some etiquette. How will Even's etiquette lessons go? And what other problems do the three siblings have? Find out next time on Lost in Random.